We'll continue our discussion about organizational factors, and now we would look at good internal communications and professional treatment of teachers as some important elements of organizational factors. In other words, how the professional treatment of teachers could influence the quality teaching or overall organization structure of the organization, right? So the internal communication needs to be clear and transparent between the administration, between teachers, and between the supporting staff. So we'll continue discussing these issues here. Well, there are certain issues which could help us know whether the system has a transparent mechanism for internal communication. So, for example, it's important to know whether the institute is having regular meetings where teachers come and discuss their issues, right? And whether the administration system transparent and visible to the teachers, to what extent this is regulated and practiced, right? And is there shared decision making? It's important that there should be both. Teachers should be involved in making decisions about instructional materials or syllabus design or the implementation of the curriculum or creating the curriculum document itself. And we need to give clear guidance to the staff about how to choose the content and or how to employ some approaches and methods, right? And feedback on program aspects, whether the program is running well or what problems could be there, right? So overall, what I mean to say here is in order to maintain good internal communication, there should be regular meetings, the administration system should be clear, and there should be regular communication, and there should be some informal gatherings where teachers could meet and greet each other, or newly qualified teachers could gain some insights from experienced teachers, right? Now let's look at the professional treatment of teachers. Well, as you know, language teaching is now mainly becoming as an industry, right? And in the mainstream education, especially in the ESL teaching context, teachers are viewed to have, specialized skills and expertise and knowledge, right? But the problem is that most of teachers are just considered as a sort of workforce, which is very much problematic in itself. Because nowadays, recently, the trends are changing, and the teachers are seen as experts who are having specific skills about teaching language, right? And in order to know about the internal communication factor or the organizational factor, we need to be aware whether the teachers are given, professional treatment. I mean, whether there is a reward system, whether the teachers are given proper guidance about the contract, about their roles and responsibilities, right? So there are factors which could influence the professional treatment of teachers. One of them is employment terms and conditions. These need to be clearly mentioned to the teacher. What are their employment terms and conditions, and what their roles and responsibilities, and what support will be there throughout their stay in a specific institute, in terms of doing well for language teaching, whether there is a reward system, and whether newly qualified teachers going to be given some training, or whether the experienced teachers are encouraged to go abroad and join some continuous professional development training programs. So good internal communication, in brief, much rests upon, the professional treatment of teachers and a transparent communication system between the administration, between teachers and teachers, and between learners, and between teachers and the supporting staff.